Hi everyone! In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this really cute owl hat. This is for a baby about 3 to 6 months old, and you can crochet this little hat in about an hour and a half. So it's really quick and simple. Let's get started! To begin your owl baby hat, you will need some worsted weight yarn in various colors. I will list the colors below. You will also need an H-sized crochet hook, a yarn needle, a measuring tape, and a pair of scissors. To begin, you want to grab your corn silk yarn and you want to make a slip knot at the end. Then you want to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you want to half double crochet into the third chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, counting back from the hook, and you want to yarn over and insert your hook into the third chain. Pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's the first half double crochet. You want to half double crochet into each chain all the way back. At the end of this row, you should have 6 half double crochet. Chain 1 and turn. Now you want to half double crochet into the back loop only. So this is the front loop and this is the back loop, and you want to just make sure and just grab the back loop. This is going to create the band for our little hat, and I'm making a hat for a baby about 3 to 6 months old, and the head circumference should be about 15 to 16 inches. So you want to make this band as long as that. So you want to grab your measuring tape, and then you want to just keep going with this band. You want to make sure and only do the back loop, half double crochet into the back loop only, and you want to do that for about 15 inches. And when we're done, I will see you for the next step. Okay, so I have completed the 15 or so inches of the little hat band. And now what you want to do is you're going to crochet your 2 ends together. So we're just going to take your hook and you want to put it through the first end piece, and you want to grab that loop that you just finished off with. You want to grab your working yarn, not the tail like I just did. And you want to pull it through, and then we're just going to slip stitch these 2 pieces together. So you just want to put your hook in and grab your yarn and pull it through and through. So you want to do that all the way down. And you can just kind of fudge it and make it work if it's not going to go together. You just want to make sure that your ends are even on both sides. Okay, so now the band is finished and we are done with this color, so you can go ahead and grab your scissors and finish off. Okay, so I'm going to take this band and I'm going to turn it inside out, just like that, because I don't really like this bar here, so I want to put that on the inside of the hat. Then I'm going to use purple next, and what we are going to do is attach the purple, and I don't put a knot in it as most of you have seen with my other videos. I'm just going to grab it with my hook and pull it through, and then I'm going to tie these 2 ends together and make a chain with the working yarn. And then as I go, I'm just going to work over these 2 tails. Okay, so from here what we want to do is we want to place a single crochet into each row, so all the way around. Okay, so there's 1 row here, so I'm gonna put a single crochet in, and then we want to kind of skip over this bar right here, and we're going to single crochet into the next row. And you can count your row and see how many single crochet you have, or you can just do like I'm doing and just kind of make it work. So do that all the way around, and I will see you at the end. Okay, so here we are at the end, and what you want to do is just slip stitch to join that row. Now we are going to go from a single crochet back into a half double crochet. So you want to chain up 2, and you want to half double crochet right into that same stitch that we slip stitched into. And you're going to place a half double crochet into each stitch all the way around. And you want to work this stitch until your hat measures from the purple, you want 4.5 inches. So you're going to take it like this, and you're going to half double crochet until your piece measures 4.5 inches. And when that is done, I will see you for the rest of our hat. Okay, so I have now completed about 4 inches for the top of the hat. And what you want to do now is I'm going to chain 2, and just to hold my work where it's supposed to be. And then you want to take your hat and you want to turn it inside out. And then we are going to fold the hat in half, just like this. And then you want to grab your hook again. And we are going to slip stitch the top of the hat together, right in half. Okay? So, slip stitching. And the corners of the hat, doing it like this, will create the little ears, space for the little ears. So slip stitch all the way down, and then we can start the eyes. Okay, so I cut my yarn already, and I'm just going to fasten off, and then turn my hat back right side out. Okay. Now we can start on the eyes. So you want to grab your white yarn, and you want to make a slip knot. You want to chain 2, and then you want to half double crochet into that first chain. And you want to half double crochet 6 all into that first chain. So I have 3 so far, and 4, 5, and 6. Now you can slip stitch to the first half double crochet, chain up 1 or 2, I'll do 2, and you want to half double crochet 2 into each stitch all the way around. At the end of this row, you should have 12 half double crochet. Okay, so I have my 12 half double crochet, and you want to slip stitch to the beginning to join. You want to chain 2, and we're going to half double crochet 2 into the first stitch, and you don't want to count that chain 2 for this project. I'm putting another half double crochet in. Then you want to do 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 half double crochet into the following stitch. So that'll be an increase. And you want to do a half double crochet, and then you want to do an increase again. Okay, you can continue that pattern back to the beginning again. Okay, to complete the round, you just slip stitch to join, and you can grab your scissors, and you want to make sure you leave a long tail on this because we are going to use the tail to sew the eye onto the hat. Now you can make another one of these, and then we can start on the nose. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the little eye. I went ahead and made my owl with its eyes closed, and you can see its little eyelashes. And I'm going to show you how I did that on this eye. So you're gonna need to do it on both eyes. Okay, so you're gonna grab your black yarn, and you can see here, there's this line from the last row, and you wanna take your yarn and insert your hook into the white part of the eye. And then you're going to grab your yarn, and you want to make sure and leave a long tail, because that's what you're going to make the little eyelashes out of. So I'm just pulling a loop of the yarn through the white part, grabbing the black working yarn, and slip stitching. And you're going to slip stitch into a half circle of that white part. So we're going to go right around like this. Okay, so you're gonna continue slip stitching. You wanna make sure and do this really loosely, because if you do it too tight, it ends up scrunching up the work and it doesn't look right. So I'm just going to keep going. I just did about halfway with this one, so I'm gonna try to make them match. If they don't match, it just makes it a little cuter, I guess. And doing one more. Okay, so, and you want to make sure and leave a long tail on this side too, because we're gonna use both ends to make the lashes. So I'm just pulling the tail through the loop there, and I'm going to attach my yarn needle. Okay, so I have my yarn needle, and I'm just going from the outside of the work here, and I'm just going to loop right around, and I'm coming up through the back like this. Okay, so there's the first eyelash, and then I'm inserting my hook right back into the black part so that I can get my yarn over to where I need it to be. And then I'm going to come back up right about here, and I put 4 lashes in the first one, so I'm gonna do the same with the second one. And you can keep going, and then we can sew the eyes onto the hat. Now we're going to make the nose. So you want to grab your orange yarn, and you want to make a slip knot. And we are going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we want to single crochet into the second chain from hook, so this one, and you want to single crochet in each chain all the way back. At the end, we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and now we're going to single crochet decrease. So you want to insert your hook into the very next stitch, grab your yarn and pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab your yarn and pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now you just turned 2 stitches into 1. And you want to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So you should have 3 stitches. Now chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to single crochet decrease again, these next 2 stitches. So pulling up a loop, inserting into the next stitch, pulling up another loop, and decrease. And then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. You should have 2 stitches. You're going to chain 1 and turn. And these last 2 stitches, you're going to decrease them. So you want to do just like we did previously. And yarn over, and your little nose is all done. So you want to make sure and leave a tail so you can sew it onto your owl. And I will see you in just a minute to finish our little hat. Here the little hat is all finished. I got one of the ears on, and I'm now going to show you how to put the other one on. So go ahead and cut some yarn of color of your choice into just some pieces about 7 inches long. And then you're gonna fold the yarn over, just like this. And I'm gonna grab my crochet hook. And then in the corner of your hat, what you wanna do is insert your hook, just like this. And you wanna grab your yarn, and you're just gonna pull those pieces through the back and make a loop. And then you're gonna take the tail pieces like this, and you're gonna put them through the loop. Just like this. And one of them fell out, but that's okay. There we go. So we have just like that. And then I'm just gonna trim it off a little bit so they stand up a little better, because right now they're too heavy, so they're not standing up. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. I'm gonna trim it a little bit more. And I just wanna thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment on it, and subscribe to my channel. I hope you love your little owl hat. It was great to crochet with you. Bye.